the character this car gives you. What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to take a look at the first generation Lamborghini Gallardo Coupe. Huge shout out and thank you to HBI Auto for providing this Lamborghini for today's video. Check out the link to their website. They have a really sweet selection of pre-owned exotics, a ton of Porsches, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and McLarens, and a whole bunch more. So definitely check them out. So this is the first gen car, like I stated, having the naturally aspirated 5-liter 10-cylinder engine paired to a single clutch E-gear automated manual transmission. This is going to be a really neat car to drive. This is the old school feeling and has a lot of cool little aspects to it. So let's take a look at this car. So the V10 offered in the first gen Gallardo pumps out 493 horsepower with 375 pound-feet of torque. The curb weight is around 3,200 pounds, and this is an all-wheel drive vehicle. This has some beautiful lines all around it, and we get some massive brakes up front. There are 8 pistons, of course ventilated and drilled all around as well. So back in the day when the Gallardo was first introduced, this was really the first vehicle that Lamborghini co-developed while they were under the ownership of Volkswagen Audi Group. So there's a lot of better things in this car than you saw in previous year Lamborghinis. Much better electrical system, reliability shot through the roof comparing it to the original cars. However, this V10 engine is still a legit Lamborghini engine. When you get to the second generation car, which is 2009, they switched to an Audi V10. It's also a 5.2 liter versus this 5 liter. So they did a lot of updates to the car once you got into the second generation car. But nonetheless, the first gen Gallardo was a huge step up, and they ended up producing over 14,000 of these cars through its 10-year lifespan. We'll go ahead and open up the door now. This has a full black interior with yellow contrast stitching everywhere. I love all the leather you can see along the door panel, and you get some gray accents to it as well. Moving our way inside, you can see the yellow stitching. It has a really neat look. I've always loved the interior of these Gallardos. Definitely super sporty looking. We have a full Alcantara steering wheel, and then this one does have, like I said, the 6-speed E-gear. So you get these paddle shifters up top. Definitely a really cool car. To open up the engine compartment, there's a handle on the back of the seat. You can pull this forward, and the lever is back here. You can also see a really good storage shelf. And then to take a look at the trunk space, you can pull the manual handle right here, and then we can go to the front and lift open this trunk space. Opening it up, it has a pretty good amount of space in here. You can absolutely fit like one piece of luggage and a backpack. So for being a mid-engine supercar, it's actually decently practical. Talking about the exterior styling with the Gallardo, this is a very sharp looking car. I love all the lines you'll see throughout the front bumper, and you can see just how short the front overhang is to really give it that wedge design that is classic for a Lamborghini. The mirrors on the side are huge, sticking off of the door panel, and they just really look cool protruding forwards. I also love the sharp lines you'll notice in the doors that fade away to the rear fenders, and you can see all the openings for the vents to allow maximum cooling and air intake ducts for this engine. And you can see how the windshield is super low. The profile fades all the way back into the rear end, and it just has a beautiful design. Moving our way to the back, you can see more mesh for the heat extraction, and this even has an optional glass cover for the engine, which you didn't commonly see for the first year cars. And then wrapping it up, we have dual exhaust. And then taking a look at the interior now, we'll get a really good POV look at what the first year Gallardo looks like. You can see the black leather going across the dashboard with yellow stitching, and I love how we have an Alcantara headliner. We are of course going to be doing a test drive in just a second, and we'll do the POV angle on that as well. This car has around 30,000 miles on it, and it's going for the low $100,000 range. Right in the center here for our younger viewers, this is called a cassette tape player. And if you don't know what that is, it is before CDs. If you don't know what CDs are, that is before streaming. So really crazy to see an old school car being old school. We have some buttons in the center right here, really cool toggles for the window controls, lighting, traction control, things like that. And then all the climate controls down below. A lot of this is what you see in an Audi, and that's where some of the intervention of Audi Group comes into play with the Lamborghini. So to go ahead and fire up the Gallardo, we pull the key out, and then we can insert it into the ignition. We always turn the electronics on first. You'll see it say okay, that means everything is good to go. They always take a little minute to turn over because it's a large engine, and the check engine lights in these old Italian cars always stay on for like a minute when you first start it up, so that will go away. But now, let's go ahead and rev it up, see what this thing sounds like, and then drive it. Alright guys, so we are now setting off in the Lamborghini Gallardo. The old school gearbox is interesting to get used to already. It has a nice little delay from when you shift it. It's pretty cool. It feels like a manual, especially in the slow speeds. You have to give the car some gas so the clutch can engage so you can actually start moving. If you don't give it enough gas, the car will just kind of sit there in neutral like you're in a stick shift, just leaving it in neutral. So it's pretty interesting. Makes some good sounds already. Now that right there, you seeing me go forward and back, that is the gear change. That's how it does it. It's not me doing that for faking it or whatever, but that's kind of how these old school transmissions are. As far as the view out, you have such a long windshield. It's so far away, the base of it, and it's really just cool seeing the ceiling is pretty low, and you just have a really nice look out. I love a Lamborghini. The windows on the sides are absolutely massive. Like the window way up here, you have a really good front view, and the windows in the back, you can see over your left shoulder perfectly, and on your right side, it's actually not bad at all. I can kind of lift myself up a little bit and see over the back to know what's going on. So for being a mid-engine supercar, I like how like the engine compartment is flat instead of going up to the roof like other cars would have, and it just makes it, I think, easier to see out. So I'm driving it in manual mode right now. You can go in automatic, and then we have sport mode, and then the Corsa mode, or I guess just traction control. I'll keep it into sport mode right now. So giving it a little bit of gas. I love that. See, people give the E-Gear some crap because it's old school, it's a sluggish gearbox. I love it. I love the character this car gives you. That, to me, that's what it's about in a supercar. Like all these new cars now are so perfect to where anybody can drive it perfect 100% of the time. This car, I don't know, it just gives you that character and passion of an old car. And to be quite honest, the Gallardo has been my absolute dream car since I was 10 years old. I have a model car of this exact car in yellow that I got for my 10th birthday. And to drive this now, I've never driven the coupe. I've only driven one convertible. But man, I love these cars. They look amazing. And the driving dynamics, like, honestly, it handles really well. My brother has an Audi R8, which is kind of based off of this exact same platform. It really is the same car. You know, it's decently quick. I mean, it's not that fast of a car. 0 to 60 is roughly maybe 4 seconds, a little bit less than that. The newer cars got a little bit quicker. The paddle shifters are kind of in an awkward position just because they are so high. They're not like the Huracan where they're just huge and other modern cars. But once you kind of get used to them, you know exactly where they are, and you do have to pull it for it to engage. Man, I am loving this. Nice. I love driving it. The steering also seems pretty good. I know a lot of people, they kind of say these cars are heavy and not really the best in the handling, but honestly it seems pretty nimble to point around. You don't necessarily have the best front view of the car itself. You really just see the base of the dashboard, and you don't see much body, so it might be a little bit hard to pinpoint it, but you know those front tires are right there anyways, just because this thing has such a low overhang. So you know where the car is, even if you can't see that front end. But honestly, I don't see it being crazy bad in handling. It seems pretty comfortable. You know, it really does carry the weight well. Being a 10-cylinder, it is so smooth. The suspension is also pretty rigid to where you feel the bumps in the road, and there's no body roll. Oh my gosh, doing this, the car just goes exactly where you want it to go. Alright, so let's go to the POV now and kind of immerse you guys in exactly what this car is like to drive. I love that sound on the downshifts. It's not necessarily the loudest exhaust, or the loudest drivetrain or engine even, but it has a great sound. Just very mechanical feeling and sounding. believe sport mode makes it a little bit more crisp in the shifting. I'll put it in normal mode in just a second. I know a lot of people don't really recommend the automatic mode for this single clutch. Comment below, what do you guys think of the first gen Gallardo? The Huracan has become so popular, but this is the car that started it all, the V10 from Lamborghini. Such a nice car. I love that shift. It genuinely feels like a manual going from gear to gear. That is so cool. And these were available in stick shift as well, which are super rare to find. I'll go out of sport mode. Seems a little bit smoother now, or I'd say less aggressive. Oh wow, much slower in the shifting. I can see sport is the way to go. Yeah, this is a fantastic car. I am definitely loving it. Cannot wait to add one of these to the garage one day. But beautiful, beautiful car overall. So out of sport mode, into automatic, and it's just kind of shifting by itself now. It'll do what it needs to do. But yeah, that is the first generation Lamborghini Gallardo. Huge shout out to HBI Auto. They have a huge selection of some amazing supercars like this Lamborghini and a few more to go. They have a ton of everything. So check them out. I'll have them linked down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you all next video.